Lynette Oxley here for Tac Shack Tactical TV. Welcome, Paul.
Hello viewers, hi Lynette.
What's happening in and around gun rights right now?
Okay, so a couple of things. One of our very good friends, Dr. Richard Wesson, a proper doctor, a PhD, not those guys that mess around with band-aids and coke. Anyway, so he's been doing some research. We have a dearth in this country of primary research, of proper of stats that relate to firearm ownership and that are current. So we're left with idiots who draw stupid conclusions from partial studies. I believe the University of Cape Town.
Again.
Shame. Yeah, the University of Cape Town, in their desperate bid to try to stay relevant, have now produced a piece of absolute garbage that again refers back to Anthony Altbach as more likely to be injured with your own firearm than to have it.
That's been shown to be
Anthony Altbach denies that it's applicable. And Gun-Free South Africa has been trying to push this line since forever.
It was a very limited study in
a very limited study
area.
In a very limited area on one Saturday night. For God's sakes. Anyway, and this thing's been extrapolated by talking heads and charlatans from the University of Cape Town and the Institute for the Study of Violence since forever. It's the only drum they've got, so they beat it as loudly as possible. So we saw a new raft of statistics come out from a medical brief article, I think yesterday or the day before, with a whole bunch of these muppets from the University of Cape Town. Sorry, University of Cape Town, I really don't hate you guys, but you really got to look at appointing better people. Anyway, but claiming the same sort of thing, that you're more likely to get injured with your firearm than to have it to defend yourself, etc., etc., etc. So now we have Richard Wesson, Dr. Richard Wesson, who has gone and produced a seminal work of proper statistics. He's spent almost a year having the mathematical model, because so nobody can in statistics, nobody can see the whole picture. So what you do is you take a representative sample and you extrapolate the results from that representative sample onto the main body, so that you can say that, well, you know, my sample may only have been amongst 5,000 people, but it represents the whole 67 million. And that's very difficult to do without quite complex mathematical modeling. In any case, so Richard went and did these modeling, and he created this model. As I say, he's a proper doctor, a PhD, and he's now had this model thoroughly checked by a professor of mathematics, thoroughly checked by working with our old friend Ricky Mann, Dr. Ricky Mann. So we've got now, he's ready now to present his results. This is primary research. It's primary research that touches on firearm ownership, and the positive benefits of firearm ownership, as opposed to the negative consequences that can happen with firearm ownership. And we're attending that presentation next week.
Me from a women's perspective, and GOSA Girls and Fire perspective. And specifically
the book that you guys are writing.
Yeah.
This will be a primary source which can feed into that. It'll be a great piece of information for us to have. We've been supporting this sort of thing for years and years and years, and this has now come out. We're very happy about it.
So I would like to mention maybe the book. Charmaine Lombard, one of my other directors from GOSA Girls on Fire, we're busy writing a book called #VictimNoLonger. Hopefully we'll have it out by August. We're pushing for it.
Jeez.
But
I know. That's aggressive.
It's very aggressive. But hopefully looking at why women are perpetually seen as victims, how the media look at us, how the world look at us.
And it's a weird thing. Women have been cast in the role of victims. Victimhood has been elevated to some kind of
badge.
Badge of honor. Oh, I'm a victim. I stubbed my toe when I was a child. My father was mean to me. I'm a victim. And because of this claim to victimhood, they expect all sorts of special privileges to accrue to them. It's weird.
They are real victims, but...
Of course there's real victims.
But the thing is how you deal with
But victimhood is a state of mind.
Yeah.
There are people who are victimized. That doesn't make them victims.
Absolutely.
They can still survive and thrive despite being picked on. This is anyway. So the book will reveal all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
But it's something that we've been talking about for years. Hence, a lot of the Girls on Fire behind it. There's Then there's what else is there?
Crazy stuff happening in South Africa and in the world. It's
nuts.
It's crazy times.
It's crazy times. Yesterday on the East Rand, 4 electrical contractors, private contractors, that were trying to restore a power cable that had been out for 5 days, were stoned to death by the public.
Do they have power now?
No power now, but they have rocks.
Yeah.
Have rock, will exert force.
It's not alright.
It's not okay.
The
Nahawu strikers who attacked an ambulance that was carrying a child to hospital, for heaven's sake.
It's not alright.
And now the idiots in charge of Nahawu turn around and say, "Oh, we're not responsible for those persons' lives." Who the hell is then? If you're the people perpetrating violence, you are responsible.
You're the perpetrators.
You're the perpetrators.
It's plain and simple like that.
I see the local community here around Charlotte Machete. Oh no, was it? It wasn't Charlotte Machete. It was Coronationville. Coronationville Hospital, where everyone's out on strike. The local guys. I saw a video of the local community now tackling the strikers, saying to them, pick up the stuff on the roads, put those fires out, forcefully. And the strikers are good at intimidating nurses who are trying to do their work, but they're a little bit less robust against the public when the public
is angry. When
the public is in the mood to inflict damage on them. And I think it's got to that point here, which is it's kind of sad that it's got this far. It's the complete dearth of the complete lack of political leadership. That's the problem. You know, the political leadership just sits back and allows the people to run riot.
Yeah.
We have this the guy who masquerades as a president of South Africa saying that he has complete faith in Becky Cele to combat crime. Really? After how many years? When's he going to start?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just madness.
That's why I say to all ladies, in the end, you're only and first responder.
Yeah, absolutely that.
You can trust yourself.
Absolutely that. Yeah, I want to, just before we go off the track on something else, I just wanted to mention again our packages of the bolts and the fixings and the stickers which say in compliance with SABS 953-1. And the certificate of compliance that goes with it, that we are giving away free to GOSA members. Just have to pay for the postage, but they come in a neat little package, and etc. You can put it on your safe to show. So when the police pitch up to inspect the safe, the first thing they see is a sticker saying in compliance, and it's a GOSA law sticker. And you have the certificate that you can back it up with them. So anyway, so guys, we know that there are a bunch of people have inquired, and a bunch of these will be sent out next week.
Great.
Guys, please. We just want to go through. So I started getting some comments back from people on Facebook. The purpose of this is to fulfill the requirements of the Act.
And to help people out there.
Help people out there, but to fulfill the requirements of the Act. The purpose of this is not to make your safe absolutely impregnable. It won't. It won't. Nothing is absolutely impregnable. No. People can break into anything given enough time and the use of force. So I appreciate the guys coming and saying, oh, you should have rather used 12mm bolts, and that's not the purpose. The purpose is to make sure that our members have access to the fixings which are legally required. You can of course make it stronger. You can of course try to make it more substantial. But this is what this satisfies the requirements of the Act. And that's what we're trying to get over the score line. We're just trying to get beyond that. Guys, guys have been using bolt fixings that are too short. That can land them in a heap of trouble. If the safe gets ripped out of the wall, they can end up in a heap of trouble. This will at least stop that.
It's not something GOSA is making money on. It's not something.
It's costing us money. We have to pay for the packaging and the stickers and stuff like that. But it's such a benefit, we believe, to the community. And thanks to Marathon Tools again, guys. Thank you very much for making the hardware available to us, the correct hardware available to us. The cost of postage, or the cost of packaging, postage, couriering.
Yes.
Because you can't trust the postal service. Send it through SAPA, and you'll find that you'll find these packages just like this for sale in shops. Anyway, only available from GOSA. Please contact us. Contact events at gosa.co.za, and Hannes will dispatch the stuff for you. Anything else?
Yes, next Saturday we actually, I think it's going to be a great one. We're having a introduction to handguns for GOSA Girls on Fire. We have a short insert by Sarika Lakraj. She's a well-known women speaker talking about victimology and stuff like that. We have some spare demo guns to shoot on top of it's sort of a bonus
so you
stage.
have the three standard subcompact, compact and full-size pistols on the range, but you also have some goodies.
Yeah, so it's going to be very nice. We've actually done this for our ladies that was involved in the 16 Days of Action last year. So hopefully I'll meet some of them that I haven't met face to face, and re-meet some other ladies again. So it's going to be awesome.
Look, it's a hell of a long way away.
It is a long way.
All the way on the other side of Pretoria.
So it's Pretoria Arms, but I've already got...
Fortunately, I have khaki short pants, so I should be good.
So we've got about 10 of my lady range officers that's already planning to go. So it's going to be an awesome day for ladies. If you want your wife, daughter...
This is the old Dave Shearguns Pretoria, now Pretoria Arms, under new management.
They've made the facilities available for us free of charge. You can go and have lunch afterwards at Mustang Sally's, which is just on top of the shooting range. So it's going to be an awesome day. If you have somebody that would like to join us, the information is on the screen now, and Hannes will send the link for the registration on Practice Score below. If you've got problems with Practice Score, please contact us, and we'll actually register you from our side.
Fantastic.
And I think that's it. Anything else, Paul?
That's all, folks.
Speak next week, and we'll definitely have a nice video and stuff of the event available as well
as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Great. Guys, have a great weekend.
Cheers.
Cheers from us.
Be safe.